Trustee Page,
Present.
Trustee Martinez,
Present.
Trustee Blair,
Present.
Trustee Kagan,
Present.
Trustee Abbott,
Present.
Trustee Krusek,
Present.
Mayor Cunningham.
Present.
Quorum is established.
Thank you very much. If you would please join us in a moment of silence as we dedicate tonight's meeting to the loving memories of 3 family members of the Bruce family and to longtime Woodridge neighbor and friend, Mrs. Mary Ann Woodcock. Our deepest condolences are with the Bruce and Woodcock families. Please know that we will keep you and your families in our thoughts and prayers. I'd like to now invite everyone to please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We thank everyone for being here with us this evening. First, we're going to start with special awards and presentations and recognition. We do have one special recognition item this evening to present to everyone. It is a resolution. It is resolution 96. It's a resolution of the Mayor and Board of Trustees of the Village of Woodridge, publicly commending Maureen Albright for being selected as Employee of the Quarter, third quarter 2021. I'm going to ask please for a motion.
So moved.
Thank you very much. Trustee Blair, a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Like that was unanimous. Motion carries. Going to invite up like to ask our esteemed Village Administrator Assistant, Peggy Halleck, and Maureen Albright, who we're very happy to have here this evening with us.
So Maureen is thrilled to be here. This is what she hates, being recognized. But there really is no one more deserving than Maureen to be recognized as the Employee of the Quarter. She was nominated by Al and all of the department managers for her extraordinary efforts, not just in the third quarter, but really for the last 2 years. And it's been amazing in a long time. And everybody wrote what they think about Maureen, and I'm just a little emotional over it. So I want to share a little bit of what Nadine said, because I think she did a really nice job of summing up what all of us thought. Maureen has done an absolutely amazing job these past 2 years. After Barb's retirement, gosh, already a year ago, through the voluntary separation program, with no immediate plans to replace that position, Maureen's job responsibilities immediately doubled overnight, right? Add to that we had COVID going on. We had a voluntary separation program going on that Maureen was in charge of, helping every single employee through that process, helping everybody through the COVID process. There were continuous, in terms of COVID, there were continuous calls from departments, days, nights, weekends. Maureen was trying to take a COVID break anytime she could, because that's all she lived. She was talking to Edward constantly. She was monitoring what was happening at the CDC level, at the federal level, at the state, at the local level. She was trying to keep us informed, and things changed, gosh, daily. And trying to keep employees informed of what was going on, trying to keep us as a management team informed of what was going on and how to process through this. And she did it in a manner that was really dedicated towards making sure that we were doing things in a very thoughtful and responsible way, but in a really caring way, and making sure that we were being kind and thinking of our employees and keeping a safe workplace. So just extraordinary. She then pivoted into, as she's still handling all these COVID claims, pivoted into, hey, put together some vaccine clinics for us, and then help us staff those vaccine clinics. And she did that without any question, without any problem. She did whatever she could to support. She helped us with the food pantry events. She helped us then with a tornado that hit. While we, the management team, were over at PD or at the EOC, Maureen was here helping our employees who were monitoring calls that were coming in and we didn't have any information to give them. And she managed through that process. She supported the employees through that process in an amazing way. All through this, she's still doing all of her regular work and all of Barb's work. And then we started hiring employees, and we've hired more employees, or at least recruited more employees in the course of the last 6 months than we probably have hired in the last 4 years. And she's doing that on her own. So it's really quite extraordinary. And Maureen does all of this. She's tremendously busy all the time, but she does all this, making us, each one of us, feel like we're the only one, that she's timely in getting back to us. She supports us in everything we do. She does it with grace and with care. Her dedication and love for the village and for our employees is evidenced in many of her good works. And as Nadine says, she's a shining example of what it means to be a public servant. And Nadine says, and she says this for all of us, she can't think of anyone more deserving of this than Maureen. And that is for certain. I personally can't have said it better than Nadine did, but I can't also say it strongly enough how positively Maureen has impacted our organization. We would not be anywhere near as successful without her. She's been nothing short of amazing. So thank you so much and congratulations.
Wait, Maureen, I'm sorry you can't get away that quickly. I'm so sorry. So on behalf of our village, our elected officials, our community, thank you so much for your outstanding service. And I know you probably just want to run right out the door now, but I just have a few more words. First of all, congratulations to you. Thank you for going so far above and beyond in all you do and the way you do it. It has been an incredible experience to watch and hear, and just everything that you have done and shown and led and been a good steward here. Your love and dedication to our community and your colleagues here at the village and our residents is unsurpassed. So thank you very much on behalf of all of us, and your leadership, may it be contagious.
Thank you.
Thank you again
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll now move to comments from the public. First will be comments not related to the agenda this evening. Going to pause for just a moment to acknowledge any written public comments that we have received prior to the meeting that do not relate to tonight's agenda. Administrator Stonich.
Mayor, we have not received any written comments.
Thank you very much. Going to ask now if there are any members of the public present via Zoom who wish to make a comment this evening.
There are not.
Okay, thank you. Going to ask if there's any members in the audience here this evening that would like to make a public comment addressing the village board on items that are not related to the agenda this evening. If so, I'd invite you up to the podium, please. Okay, seeing no one, we will go ahead and move on. This is now comments that are related to our agenda this evening. We're going to go ahead and do the same and provide members of the public an opportunity to provide their comments to any item that does appear on tonight's agenda. So we're going to pause and ask if any written public comments have been received prior to the meeting this evening and enter those into the public record.
No written comments, Mayor.
Okay. Any members of the public present via Zoom? Administrator Hale?
There are not.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone in our audience here this evening that would like to make a public comment that is related to any item on our agenda this evening? I'm going to invite you up to the podium. Seeing no one, we will go ahead and move on. We thank you very much for being here again. Under tonight's omnibus agenda, I'm going to ask please for a motion to approve items A and B. Going to ask for a motion.
So moved.
Thank you. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Is there a request for any item to be separately considered this evening? Hearing none, I'm going to ask our administrator to please read the items that appear on the omnibus agenda for us.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham, members of the board. Good evening. Item A, ordinance 2021-30 is an ordinance granting a minor amendment to a planned unit development. This is for 6550 Route 53, also known as Clara's Restaurant. And item B, ordinance 2021-31, and is an ordinance granting a minor amendment to a planned unit development for 6500 Route 53. This is the Cinemark electric vehicle chargers. Thank you.
very much. Going to ask our clerk to please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. This evening, under the mayor's report, I do have several items that I would like to go through and share with everyone. One, as I was driving here this evening, I saw the preparation work for our annual Haunted Forest Walk. This forest walk is really a tradition here in Woodridge and longstanding. I must say it is sometimes a little scary for the little kids, so parental guidance and discretion is advised. The Saturday afternoon session will be more suitable for young children, ages 9 and under, or the faint of heart, I'll add that. Parking is available at Carlton Drive as well as Village Hall, the public library here. There are drop-off locations. Please check the Village Park District, the Woodridge Park District's website for all the details. There's lots of good information, but the dates are this Friday, October 22nd, and Saturday, October 23rd. Times are Friday and Saturday evening, 6:30 till 10:30. And then the Saturday matinee is 1 until 3 p.m. The location is just around the corner from us here at Hawthorne Hill Woods. More information can be found right on the Park District website. Speaking of Halloween 2021, we do have updated information, and it says here we all have one goal this Halloween on Sunday, October 31st, and that is a safe and fun holiday for everyone. Keep in mind that our Halloween trick-or-treating hours are from 3 until 7 p.m. Now, we understand that there are varying comfort levels about trick-or-treating this year during the pandemic. To help all of our neighbors have a spectacular and safe Halloween, the village recommends a few things. One, if you are going to participate, please turn on your outside light, leave that on. And if you're not going to participate, either do not turn your light on. You can also post a sign which is available right on the village's website saying that you're not going to have trick-or-treating that year, okay? There's also updates from the Illinois Department of Public Health, which was related to COVID-19 and guidance for Halloween. You can look that information up. And there is also the annual pumpkin smash. This is a way for us, those of us that like to stay green. The pumpkin smash is an annual effort by communities to divert pumpkins from landfills. There is further information on our village website. We hope you will look that up, but it is at Camp Greenwood, which is 3155 71st Street, Naperville. It is on Saturday, November 6th. You just take your pumpkin right over there from 9 until noon, and they will smash them and they do not go into landfills, okay? All this information will be available on the village website. There is a little bit more information I do want to share. The 2022 village budget, which our next board workshop is scheduled for Thursday, November 4th. So if you'd like more information on that, our actual budget meeting will start at 5:30 p.m. This is a workshop which the board will discuss items relating to and that will be proposed for the village budget, fiscal year 2022. Also, we are seeking community recognition. Each year, the village, for many decades, recognizes people, organizations that positively impact our community during the previous year. Due to the pandemic, the community recognitions will still take place, but they're going to be a little bit different. If you would please, though, submit any written stories, photos, or videos in which you want to recognize a Woodridge neighbor, organization, or business that demonstrates acts of kindness. For example, can be acts of neighborly care, and we know we have a lot of them this year after our tornado came through on June 20th. Someone who has gone above and beyond, just like Maureen, and deeds of doing good and being kind. The content is due by November 11th. The village will create a website recognizing all of our neighbors for their help. And it has been a challenging year, so we know it will be hopefully a very successful endeavor on our part. If you wish to submit any contact, you can do that, please, via the village website. You can get any information, and thank you for honestly contributing to that. There is one more item, and that is, I have a proclamation right up here. It is for a young man, Neil Oberg, who will be receiving his Eagle Scout proclamation on Friday, October 29th. Please read about Neil. He's a young man that has lived in Woodridge. This is his hometown. He has just dedicated himself. He did a project at the church that he's grown up in, Woodridge, and you can drive by and see what he's done. He did all the landscaping, all the work at the Prince of Peace Church. So we congratulate Neil on his life accomplishment, and we wish him the very best. And his day in Woodridge is October 29th. Congratulations to Neil and his family. That is my report. Administrator Stonich, we'll move right to your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor Cunningham. The first item this evening is item A, Resolution 2021-97. It's a resolution authorizing the village administrator to enter into an agreement with the GAD Group for Information Technology Systems and Tyler Munis Resource Support.
Thank you very much. If I could please ask for a motion to approve Resolution 2021-97.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item B is Resolution 2021-98. It's a resolution waiving the competitive bidding process and authorizing the village administrator to execute a contract with AT&T for the voice over IP telephone services. This is a proposed 36-month agreement.
Thank you very much. Going to ask for a motion to approve Resolution 2021-98, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Abstain.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item C, Resolution 2021-99. It's a resolution authorizing the village administrator to execute a 3-year renewal of the software as a service agreement with Tyler Technologies, contingent on the village attorney's final approval of the contract for the operation of the Munis Enterprise Resource System. This is a 3-year renewal.
Thank you very much. If I could please have a motion to approve Resolution 2021-99.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Blair. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Page. Any discussion on this item? Our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item D, Resolution 2021-100. A resolution authorizing the village administrator and village clerk to execute a service provider agreement and statement of work with municipal GIS partners.
Would you ask for a motion, please, to approve Resolution 2021-100?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Page. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item E, Resolution 2021-101. It's a resolution awarding bid 2021-08 for the Mending Wall Lift Station rehabilitation. This proposed contract is for Two Boulders Contractors, Inc. in the amount of $788,289.
If I could please have a motion to approve Resolution 2021-101.
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Martinez. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Krusek. Any discussion on this item? Our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item F, Resolution 2021-102. It's a resolution approving the award of bid 2021-15. This is for the purchase of a replacement trailer-mounted vacuum excavator. This contract is proposed to Standard Equipment Company.
Please have a motion to approve Resolution 2021-102.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Blair, and a second,
Second.
please. Thank you, trustee Kagan. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item G, this is the resolution 2021-103. It's a resolution extending the June 21st, 2021 emergency proclamation through November 18th, 2021.
Going to ask please for a motion to approve Resolution 2021-103.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Martinez, and a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Kagan. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item H, this is resolution 2021-104. It's a resolution certifying certain emergency actions taken under the June 21st, 2021 proclamation of emergency. Specifically, this ratifies the action taken by Mayor Cunningham to reduce the application fee to appeal the determination of the zoning officer's interpretation of the village code for residential customers that sustained structural damage from the June 2021 tornado as assessed by the Community Development Department. Specifically, the application fee is proposed to be reduced from $1,000 to $250.
I could please have a motion to approve Resolution 2021-104.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Martinez, and a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Page. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion passes.
I'm sorry, clerk.
Yes.
Clerk Hannigan, I think you missed trustee Blair.
I'm sorry. Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Item I, ordinance 2021-32. It's an ordinance amending Title III and Title IX of the Village Code of the Village of Woodridge. Specifically, these amendments would establish a commercial filming permit within the Village Code.
Thank you very much. Going to ask please for a motion to approve ordinance 2021-32.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Blair. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Motion passes.
J, Resolution 2021-105 is a resolution authorizing the acceptance of certain required improvements and the bill of sale for certain improvements for Hobson Hill subdivision.
Very much. Going to ask please for a motion to approve resolution 2021-105.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page, and a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Abbott. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Trustee Kagan.
Aye.
Trustee Abbott.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item K is Resolution 2021-106, resolution authorizing the acceptance of certain required improvements and the bill of sale for certain improvements relating to the Farmingdale Village Subdivision Unit 26A.
I could please have a motion to approve resolution 2021-106.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek, and a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Martinez. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Present.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
Trustee Krusek.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Item L, ordinance 2021-33 is an ordinance granting preliminary and final plat of subdivision relating to 7508 Lamont Road. This is the Woodridge Festival Starbucks.
If I could please have a motion to approve ordinance 2021-33.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Page. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Kagan, excuse me. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
Trustee Krusek,
Aye.
Trustee Page.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Next item M, resolution 2021-107, a resolution authorizing the mayor and village clerk to execute a water main maintenance agreement for N3 Properties, Inc., located at 2240 75th Street.
If I could please have a motion to approve resolution 2021-107.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. A second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Blair. Any discussion on this item? Our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Blair,
Aye.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
Trustee Krusek,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Final item under the administrator's report this evening, item N, resolution 2021-108. It's a resolution waiving the competitive bidding process and authorizing the purchase of one aerial lift vehicle.
If I could please ask for a motion to approve resolution 2021-108.
So moved.
Thank you, trustee Blair. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Krusek. Any discussion on this item? If our clerk would please call the roll.
Trustee Kagan,
Aye.
Trustee Abbott,
Aye.
Trustee Krusek,
Aye.
Trustee Page,
Aye.
Trustee Martinez,
Aye.
Trustee Blair.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the village board for all the diligent work this evening. That was quite a lot to go through, and thank you to our clerk and village. There's no further active agenda, unfinished or new business. Before we do conclude this evening, I would like to mention for those who have joined us in person this evening or who may be watching at home, we will be convening a village board study session tonight here at Village Hall immediately following our regular board meeting. The purpose of this meeting will be to receive an update on the village's facility improvement project. We wish to thank everyone for being here and ask that everyone please take good care. And I'm going to ask now for a motion to adjourn our regular board meeting of the Village of Woodridge.
So moved.
Trustee Martinez, thank you very much. And a second, please.
Second.
Thank you, trustee Abbott. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. It is 7:29 p.m. Our meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. We'll recess for about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll reconvene for our study session. Thank you again, everyone. Have a good evening.